Well, hello and welcome to the Crystal Clarity Podcast. This episode is the most calming and soothing episode that you will ever hear of the Crystal Clarity Podcast. It's also a new experiment. I'm going to do a shorter episode, but here is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about what are the two most soothing stones when you need to calm down and when you feel like I just need my nervous system to be able to calm down and feel grounded. I just need to be able to take it down a few notches and get back to a feeling of safety. So these two stones are some of the greatest stones to bring in when you're feeling some level of fear or some flavor of fear or overwhelm, or that word that gets said so much, stress. So join me for the rest of the episode. We're going to talk about the two most calming, soothing, restoratives for the nervous system, pearl and amazonite. I'll see you in the episode. Crystal Clarity Podcast. Welcome to the Crystal Clarity Podcast. This is your place to listen in about stone medicine and crystal healing and all things wonderful and wild about stones. Welcome. Well, hello, and welcome back to the Crystal Clarity Podcast. My name is Sarah Thomas, and I am spending time with you again, just chatting, talking about stones and their medicine. And thanks for tuning in today. I'm going to do something interesting today. I'm going to do a 10-minute episode, okay? Hold me to it. I'm going to do a 10-minute episode. I'm going to ask you what you think of this. And I want to start with a little story, which is that I woke up this morning and my dog jumped in the bed and his face was covered in drool. Like his face was just super wet, covered in drool. I was like, wow, why is he drooling so much? And we got up and he went outside and he was just drooling and drooling. And I'm thinking, maybe this is nausea. And then he's very lethargic and laying there just like in this puddle of drool. So I called the vet and they said, bring him in. I take him to the vet and we had a somewhat stressful morning, We're at the vet and he's very scared of the vet. And, I'm driving really calmly in the car to not make him more nauseous or sick. And I don't really know what's going on with him. I've never seen anything like it with him. And then he's scared of the vet and they come in and they got to hold him and take his temperature and they've got to hold him real tight while they put that thermometer in his butt. And he's nervous, and that makes me nervous and everything's okay. And we got a little bit of medicine and we checked him out and he didn't have a fever and everything is okay. And we get to come home and just monitor him. And she's talking about maybe he licked a toad because sometimes an animal will lick a toad and then it just gets them salivating and salivating and salivating. So we still have answers to figure out. But the point is, I got home and he's like, I just need to crash, and I'm like, oh, that was a lot. It's kind of overwhelming for him to be sick and then be so lethargic. And we're like, are you okay? Are you okay? And then for him to be so afraid of the vet and them holding him down and he's trying to get away. And we were both so grateful to be home. And he's like, I just need to chill. And I'm like, okay, I need to chill. And I put on some really calming music and I turned the lights off in the house. It's a rainy afternoon here in the mountains. And I turned everything off and I'm like, the other dog needs to calm down, or everybody just needs to chill, And it's like the sense in the house is that we just need to be soothed. There's a sense of just letting him ground and letting him calm down. And my heart needed to be soothed because it had been, like confused about this since the moment I wake up. And I want to talk to you today about what are the best stones in stone medicine to soothe your nervous system and to calm your heart. And there are two that really stand out for me. I could write a whole materia medica about the nervous system and working with it with the stones because stones in general are great for the nervous system. If you just look at them compared to all of the other natural kingdoms, stones are the ones that just sit there and chill. And they just sit there and be heavy and calm. They don't even walk around or move. When you put them on people, it's like putting a weighted blanket on them. They love the sense of the weighted blanket, and the nervous system likes that. It's like grounding the nervous system, you know? The nervous system is something that likes a nice grounding cord, and stones are dense and heavy and calm and still. So in general, they're just great medicine for the nervous system. And I know that we all need the calming of the nervous system. Maybe not all, but many people are face to face with, like, how do I calm down and downshift this and feel safe and feel regulated? And the two stones that really stand out for me are Amazonite. And I'm holding a piece of Amazonite up, this beautiful blue triclinic crystal structure stone, beautiful blue Amazonite in the feldspar family, and pearl. And I'm holding up, for those of you that are listening, I'm holding up two black pearls. These are wild black pearls where they were farmed, but they do come from wild seas. And these pearls are also something that I really think of. So when you need to be calmed and soothed, I just want you to remember that Amazonite quells fear. Out of all of the feldspars, labradorite, moonstone, these can be activating stones. That's like they have flash. They can be activating. Sunstone even has like light and glisten in it. And Amazonite is the one that just has this very calming, grounding feeling. It is really good for just grounding out the nervous system and quelling fear. And the medicine of it actually goes down into the kidneys and acts almost like an adaptogen, just calming down the system and just kind of like restoring the adrenal energy. It's one of the most soothing stones in all of stone medicine, in my opinion. And I recently, my friend who's 7 years old, she came into my crystal shop recently, and it was fun. I mean, she was so excited to come. She'd been looking forward to it all week, and her mom was letting her pick out certain things. And she's going all over, and she's allowed to pick out 2 or 3 things for her mom. And she pulled together about 7 things. And then she came to this like choice point where she got to choose between Amazonite or charoite. And it was just the 2 things she really liked. And her mom's like, you can only get one. And she's like, oh, which one? These are both so important to me. And, you know, after a moment or two, this beautiful, cute little 7-year-old is like, this one. And the Amazonite, like, put this in my hand, like, I'll take this, wants to check out with this. And I'm so glad for her intuition and the way that she handled that, because she has a lot of nightmares and she has a lot of fear at night. She's got a pretty open system right now, and a lot of things, she just feels a lot of energy at night and has some hard nights and some nightmares. And Amazonite is the perfect stone for calming her, soothing her nervous system, and just having her hold that at night is really the perfect stone medicine to calm her down. And when you hold a piece of Amazonite, you will feel that energy of just like, oh, it's really soothing. And the other one that I want to talk about is pearl. And pearl is scientifically proven, clinically proven to calm the heart or calm the shen. We call it calming the shen in Chinese medicine. And shen means the heart spirit. So pearl is something that's been used, it's so talked about in Chinese medicine literature and Tibetan medicine. It is such an important medicinal substance. I mean, pearl is something to invest in. It's a heal-all. It is a very beautiful, strong, potent, versatile medicinal substance. One of the things about pearl, though, is it's the most soothing stone. It's one of the most soothing stones that the planet has ever created. It calms the heart, calms the shen, which is just grounding the heart, grounding the shen, and then soothes the nervous system. It's even anti-epileptic, anti-seizure, because everything's just calming down and soothing. And something else about pearls, it just brings us in. It's so yin, right? It just lets us calm down and come within. And something special with pearl is that it happens to get really activated at night, activated in a good way, activated in a calm way. But it can really, its power seem to turn on at night. So it's another stone that's just great for if you're scared at night, or someone has nightmares, or somebody has fright wind. Fright wind is when, this is another Chinese medicine term, but fright wind is when somebody's going, it's like they're startled and they're looking around. You know how Maybe if you went camping at a campground or something that was really unfamiliar and you had like a 6-year-old all night, they might be like, what was that sound? What was that sound? That's fright wind. So adults can get fright wind and kids can get fright wind. It's kind of normal in kids to be like at night. And pearl is a stone that just, its medicine just really activates at night. If activate is even a word that we can use with pearl, because it's activating has this yang quality of like a fire quality. And pearl is so yin, it's so watery, and it calms us down. So we have soothing the nervous system with pearl to the point where it even has some neurological healing effects. And we have calming the heart and calming the shen with pearl. If I were somebody who was like, what I need today is just to calm down, which I am on certain days, right? If I was like, what I need in this meditation today is just to calm down and feel soothed, these are the stones that I would bring into that meditation. These are the stones that I would hold. I'm going to hold them up again. Amazonite and pearl, two absolutely quintessential stones for the repair of the nervous system, for soothing the nervous system, and restorative for the nervous system, restorative for the kidneys, actually feed kidney yin and calm you down. So both are hormonal tonics in the best way too. Now, you can sleep with them, you can hold them. There's always 3 applications of stone medicine, which is just anything that you put in the body, which is an elixir. And you can learn how to make elixirs with me. Just go to upperclarity.com. I'll teach you how to make them safely and effectively so that the transfer into the water actually works. The other application is anything that you put on the body, like jewelry, stone medicine treatments, layouts, just holding a stone, putting a stone on your body while you lay down, meditating with a stone. And the third application is something that I just call the vibrational application, and that means it's anything that's around the body. So placing a stone in a certain area, creating a crystal grid, putting a stone in the garden. It's anything that's meant to affect the whole area, so it affects you that way. So these are the applications of stone medicine. And in my promise to you in my experiment to do a 10-minute episode, I am going to stop. And here's what I want to do is just be like, this is cool. This is really simple information coming to you in 10 minutes. And I want to know if you like that. I want to know if you like, oh, I love a 10-minute episode. That's cool. I like that. Let me know in the comments if you love a 10-minute episode, and I will work for you guys and do what you like to hear if you like a shorter episode. And also let me know in the comments if you're on YouTube, where you can write in the comments. You might be listening on Spotify or Apple or something, but if you can go on YouTube and type in the comments and you want me to hear them, also let me know, what are the most calming stones for you? What stones do you feel like soothe the nervous system the most for you? These two go back a long, long way in Chinese medicine literature and in other cultures too, and being that quintessential tropho-restorative for the nervous system. All right, thank you so much for coming to episode 17, the most calming and soothing episode that we have ever had. I will see you in the next episode.